Okay, so let's look at Ibis Paint. So if you click on it, the first thing you want to do before you download this app is take a photo of your line art. Then you'll go into My Gallery, and at the bottom down here there's a little blue button. If you click on that, that's going to give you all of these options. Now these are different size artworks that you can start off, but what we want to do is import a picture. So I'm going to click here. And it's going to take me to my recents. If not, you want to find your file folder. So here's a photo I took. I'm going to stay to, I'm going to stick to high quality. Let's see if that'll work. You can do the recommended size. That's fine for these value scales. It might go a little bit faster. Okay, so there's my image. So now, once I'm in here, I'm gonna click OK, sure. Let's do it. So this is gonna change the middle values. I can lighten it up. Darken up my lines. I'm just going to leave it like this. So now you're going to want to add a layer. So I'm going to click these here. These little boxes down at the bottom, these are layers. So I'm going to click that. And I want to add a layer. So if you hit this plus sign here, that's going to give me a new layer. And I want to make sure it's highlighted, so I want to make sure that's selected. So if I click on this one, then that layer is selected. I want to make sure the one on top is selected. So now I can go out here, and then on my brush here, I can choose my brush. So I'm going to use that brush. Maybe I might want to do so a lot of these are locked. You can watch a video to unlock some of these. So I'm going to use I'll just stick to the felt tip soft. So I can make it thicker here. Okay, and then so I have that, and then I can change my colors by clicking on this box. So I can change what's called the opacity, so I can make it thinner and thicker, but I can click on, should be able to change your color. So here we go. So I click this arrow, and that's going to give me this wheel, and then I can adjust it. So you can see this square is changing in value. That's the original color. And I can choose, as long as I stay on the edge of the box there, it'll stay in the gray. So I'm going to pick a gray there. And you should be able to save it. So I'm going to save this box by tapping into, where is it? Okay, so you got to click and hold, and then drag it, and it'll save it. Okay. So now I have that saved. So now I can go in and I can decide like what is going to be gray. So I can shade, you know, maybe this has a light gray. Maybe the outfit is a little bit darker. So I want to save that color. So this is where I can start to put in my values. If you have a little sometimes at the Dollar Tree they have like the pens with the stylus. I know my phone comes with the stylus, and that might be easier to draw and color with. You might, let's see. No, it has to be like the stylus. So sometimes there's pens at Dollar Tree that have like the little soft end point at the back end. So you can use any of these. So maybe like my boat has some of this dark value. So I'm just going in and I'm playing with my values. Okay, I can get some darker ones. Maybe the flag's a little bit darker. Maybe the little birds. Maybe there's some, that might be too dark, so I don't really like that. So if I don't like it, there's this little button up here. This little arrow, that's my undo button. So it's gonna undo my brush stroke. Okay. And then I'm just gonna keep playing with my values. When I'm done with it, I can go back to my gallery here. I don't want to do that. Okay, so when I'm done, I want to save it. So I'm going to press this little arrow here, and then I'm going to save it as a PNG, and that's one. Okay, so that's one image. Then I want to do a different value system here. So maybe like, so this is a daylight, so maybe I want to do a nighttime sky, and I'm going to change my values. So this is still saving. Okay, so now I can go back to my layers and see how there's a little eye there. I can click on that and it'll make that disappear. So I'm going to add a new layer, and I want to make sure this one is open or selected, so that one's blue. So I can go back to here, and now maybe I have my values. So maybe I want this to be a night sky. Oops. This one acts very similar to Procreate, that it copies your colors, and I believe it does the 2-finger snap too. Let's see, I should be able to do my paint bucket now. Yep. So I'm using the paint bucket to fill in areas. That might go a little bit faster if you have like large areas, but maybe, so here I'm gonna just kind of fix this up. So it's nighttime, and I'm just gonna keep going and playing with my videos. So maybe the person has a lighter color shirt on this time. Maybe the ocean is this darker value here, or this middle value. And again, you can make your brush thicker. So I can, oh, it's gonna make me, this is what happens when it's a free app, right? You have ads. So let me just get out of there. I'm gonna try to make this bigger. Yeah, I know. I don't want that one. So I can make my brush bigger, so it covers areas a lot faster. And again, if you have a little stylus, or like the little pens that have the stylus at the end, you can do that, or you can just use your finger, right? And so that would be my next one. Then I would hit my arrow down at the bottom, save as PNG. And so these photos that you're saving are going to be the ones that you submit for your assignment. So you'll do one more value version to figure out like where you're going to put the values. And notice, like, I'm playing with light and dark, and that this should help speed things up. So that's the Ibis app.